So, after all the memes and whatnot, I finally decided to give Kagurabachi a chance. Because from what I've seen, the art looks pretty good. So the next thing is just to see how good the manga actually is. And I'm glad to say it exceeded my expectations. Right off the bat, it's 56 pages. But honestly, it didn't feel like it, which can be a good thing or a bad thing. In this case, it's a good thing because even after that many pages, I still wanted more, which is not what I expected from this manga. I wanted it to be good, but you don't always get what you want. That's just how life works. Sad, I know, but because now I'm hooked and I'm basically caught up to the latest chapter. I'm dreading it because reading chapters 1 to 22 was a really good read. The first chapter was 56 pages, but it didn't feel like it. That should tell you how promising this new manga is. For me, the experience is always better when I can binge read, because then I can fully digest what I'm reading. Like I said, I know I'm late to the party, but so far, so good. I'm enjoying it a lot, and I'm sure you guys will as well. So, let's get into it. The story. The story follows Chihiro, who is, or was, a swordsmith along with his father, the famous swordsmith Kunishige Rokuhira. But basically, there was a war that took place 15 years prior to the events of the story. It was called the Saitai War. The legendary blades, called the Enchanted Blades, were forged in order to aid in the efforts of the Saitai War. And there were 6 blades created by Chihiro's father. Chihiro seeks vengeance against a mysterious group of sorcerers responsible for the murder of his father, with the help of the 7th enchanted blade that his father had forged before his untimely death. Although it doesn't last too long, I did like to see the relationship he had with his dad. It reminded me of Ichigo and his dad. Chihiro's dad was an important figure during the Saitai War, along with a friend of the family called Shiba, a character we meet. Judging by the clothes they're wearing, either it's in a modern setting or it's a mix of styles from different time periods, which I think is pretty cool, but I forget the official term for it. This manga is about Chihiro bound with the responsibility for the enchanted blades. He aims to collect them so they aren't used to do bad things. Again, now let's get into the characters. I'm gonna talk about Chihiro. Chihiro, I really like this guy, Chihiro. The nonchalant attitude, I think, is completely different from most Shonen Jump anime protagonists. I think this is the first of his kind. Well, especially in this demographic. He has a no nonsense attitude towards his opposition. He knows what needs to be done and is willing to do what he has to do to get the job done. This guy plays no games when it comes to his enemies. You just look at what he's doing to these guys. There is no remorse here. And that is what I like to see. We need more MCs just like this. Please, Shonen Jump, pump out more MCs like this, and you'll get my money. I promise. Anyway, then we have Shiba. Like I said, a close friend of the family who's basically his mentor. He's the one that taught him everything, how to fight, how to fend for himself after his father died. This manga is still very much in its early days, so there isn't a lot to say when it comes to the characters. But things are looking really well so far, and I can't stop reading. Shiba isn't the only other supporting character in the show. We meet other characters like Hinao, Char, and Hakaru Sazanami that add to the young world of Kagurabachi. So, like I mentioned before, this is about vengeance for Chihiro. After having such a tragic event happen, he has been given a stronger sense of responsibility. So he embarks on a mission to do whatever he can to collect all enchanted blades and bring them to their rightful place, his home. So, the enchanted blades, there are 6 of them. 7, because now Chihiro has the last one his dad made before his demise. These blades are very important artifacts in the world of Kagurabachi. They were used to aid in the war 14 years before Chihiro was born. Now, they're out in the open, so Chihiro is after them. Through this mission of his, at conflict with different antagonistic forces in the story. We kick off with Chihiro slicing through enemies off rip, and I must say the artwork is crisp. It's stylized while also being realistic, the best of both worlds. What more can I ask for? Chihiro as a character is a really nonchalant and laid-back guy, which reminds me a lot of Shikamaru, which is probably why I like this character so much. So, the Yakuza are a prominent organization in Kagurabachi, but the main group Chihiro is after are called the Ishaku. the people that killed his father and took all the enchanted blades, bar the seventh one. This attack lit an unwavering fire in Chihiro's soul, which is probably the reason why he has that dead look in his eyes. He has only one goal in mind: tunnel vision. Like I said before, we meet different characters like Shiba, Char, and Hinao, who serve as exposition dispenser and tell us that there are over 1,000 sorcerers in Japan. Yeah, I forgot to mention that the main source of power in this verse is sorcery. This girl Char has amazing healing properties, which interests a character called Sojo, who actually is in possession of an enchanted blade called Cloud Geiger, which piques Chihiro's interest as this is a part of his mission to get it back. And one thing I have to say is that the fight scenes in this manga are top tier. If it keeps going the way it does, it could rival Naruto, but it's still way too early, so let's not jump the gun yet. The fight that ensues with Sojo is amazing for such a new manga that's still dipping its toes in the water. There are many different forces: Sojo, as the Nami clan, the Auction, the Kamunabi, who won the seventh enchanted blade from Chihiro, and now he is faced with a ghost from the past who claims to have been there when his father was killed. So far so good. I'm banking on this manga surpassing even the likes of JJK because while it's still in its early chapters, things are looking very good. There are even some things it does better than JJK. Off rip, the main character already. I like him more than Yuji, which in my opinion is one of the most boring ass MCs of all time. Even in his own show, he gets outclassed, he gets outdone by other characters. How is that possible? This Yuji guy is boring as hell. But anyway, enough of that. Like I said, I like Chihiro. Interesting, he's cool. I hope this manga keeps doing good. It's going in a good direction in the story. There are interesting characters, engaging plot points, tense conflicts, which all culminate into one juicy story ripe for consuming. So I hope this has piqued your interest because mine has been piqued, which is why I'm making this video. Right now there are currently 34 chapters, I think, at the time of this recording. I'm on chapter 32 at the time of this recording, but it's looking good, like I said. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, and peace.